booth making noise, talking about pro wrestling on the podcast. Big up boys, big loony guys, we be throwing down the rhymes, kicking it live, representing the Lone Star State every damn time.
Whoa, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ring Rundown, episode number 26.
Round 26.
Round 26. You know what I mean, bro. Sorry, you guys. I just got back from Turkey Day from the boot down there in New Orleans, and, I'm still a little bit, tired from driving all day, so I'm a little scatterbrained. But what's up, Big Dog SP? Before we get to our guests, what you got going? Brad, did you break your diet, man?
Actually, I didn't do too bad. We
turkey. That's not really nothing.
Kept it just real small portions, one plate, and just
dedication,
a little bit of dessert, but didn't go overboard or nothing like that. But yes, we are joined by a very special guest today here on round 26 of the Ring Rundown. We have Dr. The Wife. How you doing today, ma'am?
Doing well. How are you?
How was your Turkey Day?
Oh, it was great. Full of protein.
Yeah, same here. I wish I could say, I did well and did go overboard.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You did well because turkey is high in protein. So you can eat all
there you go. There you go. The ham too, and we had the pork roast. That's all protein.
I skip on the ham to fill up on the turkey.
Got you.
And everything else that goes with the turkey.
And then my mom's rice dressing had ground beef in it, so
really?
That all counts. As y'all can see, I still got the chops, but fear not, everybody. It's going away this week. I'm just going to have the dapper stash that I'm going to quickly grow my beard back. So I just wanted to, let everybody know that this is going to go away. Y'all don't have to look at it no more.
So are you going to compete with Steph Stash since you're now going to sport a new stash?
Yeah, maybe. I used to have the whole, when I first moved to Austin, I had the whole handlebar thing going on, but I'm not doing that. It looked... I couldn't pull it off. I'll be honest.
You didn't do it justice?
No, ma'am. No, I sure as hell didn't. But yeah, so tell us a little bit about you, Dr. Wife. Let the people know what you got going on.
Okay, I'm here having fun with wrestling, basically, and meet new people and making sure that, to me, wrestling is accessible to everyone, young, old, middle ground, wherever. I'm having fun in Austin, San Antonio, Houston, up here in Central Texas. I've recently gotten into the deathmatch scene, so that's been a fantastic time with Death in the Family and Baracho Pro, and just overall just having a good time ring announcing, doing interviews, doing commentary with friends and family, and just really great coworkers.
So did you see the skewers yet? Did somebody break out the skewers yet? Were you up front, close and personal for that?
The skiers?
The skewers.
Skewers? Yes, several times.
I take it you saw a Masada match then.
There's been some interesting ones. I went to one in Houston, Wrestle Rave, and I wasn't doing any work there. I was just there as a fan. And I could say for a fact that at the end of that main event match, those guys were giving birth to glass. There was that much. There were that many light tubes. There were that many skewers. Yeah, and it was Dimitri. It was Dimitri Alexandrov, so
yes, Wrestling Jesus.
Yes, the Deathmatch Jesus.
Yes, Deathmatch Jesus.
I remember seeing it was Jordan Linux and Masada. They actually had at Wrestle Circus. Was a very prominent, I don't know if she knows about the legendary Wrestle Circus in Austin. But I was sitting right up front row. It's gone now. Don't know what you got till it's gone. I saw Masada versus Jordan Lynn X, and he was literally you remember how close the chairs would get to the ring? This much space maybe, but you had one side that you could dive off of, but
yeah.
And I literally had the dude's face.
3 feet between the ring and the front row chairs.
Yeah, so they had to do dives very carefully, but they would do them all the time. I can't even tell you how many times. For instance, my wife. Scorpio Sky landed on my wife pretty much.
Oh.
So, he was in my face, Jordan Lynn X, and I see him putting a whole handful of skewers underneath his skin, working it in.
You could
and I had it
lift.
Yeah, and I had it and I was like, oh my gosh, this is even too much for me. I've never seen this right in my face, but it was great times. But do you have any questions for SP? What you got?
No. Oh, for me, I thought you were asking. I don't, no, I don't have any questions.
So, have you ever done an interview with a deathmatch wrestler with them having skewers or picking pieces of shards of glass out of their forehead and just sitting there thinking like, "Oh my God, what is going on right now?"
Never, because I typically let them come down from that. Because I would imagine, and I've asked a couple about it too, how long it takes for them to come down from that adrenaline rush once they have everything poking out of them, you know? So I've never had an interview with them with those things sticking out of them because I figured that they would still need some time to come down from the initial pain. Do you know what I mean?
That's
Mhm.
understandable because I guess like
Yeah.
after the adrenaline wears off, you realize, oh crap, I got thumbtacks sticking out of my
Yes.
back,
Yes,
or skewers in my
exactly. I
head,
mean, not
and
just
this
the back,
hurts.
but the head too sometimes.
Yeah, like
Oh, yeah.
it's definitely a certain, it's an acquired taste, like
Yeah.
genre of wrestling. I remember like with that death match I was speaking of, the one with the skewers,
Mhm.
they actually had a warning before the match started to send the kids out, and they
Oh,
actually had
yes.
one of the
Yes.
like one of the kid friendly wrestlers go entertain the kids out in like
Oh,
the
that's sweet.
underneath the canopy there. So they gave them the
That's
option to opt out in the beginning. So, but a lot of people, the old heads tend to hate on deathmatch wrestling, but
And
if
even
you,
some new ones. I mean, it definitely, like you said, it's an acquired taste, and I really
yeah,
like the way that Ricky Meats put it at Death in the Family. It does have a place in wrestling.
yes.
It may not be a taste for everyone because it's wrestling's not supposed to be for one type of wrestling isn't for everyone. It gives everyone a spectrum to enjoy. You
Yeah,
just pick and
it's
choose.
there's something
Yeah.
for everybody. There's deathmatch
Yeah,
wrestling.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's comedy wrestling. There's high
Right.
flying. There's the old fashioned
Right.
catcher's catch can wrestling where they don't touch the ropes.
Right.
There's
Ground and pound
Lucha,
style
lucha.
wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
the old school ballroom brawl type wrestling. There's something for
Exactly.
everybody, and everybody can
Yeah.
enjoy wrestling, and that's what I love about it
Exactly.
so much. I've brought friend like my wife. Our first date was to a wrestling match. She never watched
Was
wrestling.
it?
Yeah, she never watched wrestling in her life, and I took her to a wrestling match, to an Inspire show,
Nice.
and yeah, and
Which
she
one?
was
Was it
hooked
recent? Which
after
one
that.
was it?
Oh, I can't remember. It was not recent. This was 7 years ago.
Okay.
Like Ricky Starks was still there. Like
Okay.
Ray.
Okay.
Okay, look at it. It was Ray. The main event was Ray Monroe versus Sammy Guevara. That was the main event
I'm
that
gonna look it
night.
up.
I don't remember exactly, but it was about 7 years ago. And like I brought friends that didn't even like had any inkling what wrestling is, and they get hooked. Like live
Yeah.
indie wrestling, there's nothing like it. I have so
Yes.
much more fun at an indie show than I do at a Raw taping, a SmackDown taping, any of that. It's so up close and personal, and you never know. I've had people land on me, and it's a party, man. It's a great time,
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you.
and
Most
I'm glad that you're getting into it and stuff, and that you're doing these interviews. We need somebody out there, everybody out there, help it, spread the word, support indie wrestling.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
not just wrestling, indie wrestling here locally, here in the state of Texas as well. I mean, there's a lot of great talent in Texas alone. And that's just speaking about Texas, not just everywhere else. Texas has a lot of great talent.
So many have come
Yeah.
through here. So
Yeah.
many.
Yeah, aside from us covering the big name promotion stuff like that, I definitely wanted to start bringing a spotlight to the indie scene here in Texas. That way, usually on every episode talking about upcoming Inspire, Baracho,
United.
Sabotage, United
Yeah.
210, Hot up there in Waco.
Mm-hmm.
There's one
Reality
here,
of
Metroplex.
Wrestling.
Metroplex here in Waco.
Yep. New Texas
What else?
out in Houston.
Was it Dog Pound with Rodney Mack and Jazz down in San Antonio?
Right.
Mission, talked about Mission Pro a few times.
Hybrid.
Yeah, Hybrid. In
Mhm.
fact, NWA Powers now and has a partnership out here in Texas for NWA Texas. So
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
pretty. That's one thing. The main thing that I missed when I moved to North Carolina for those 2 years is like they had some wrestling there, but like it just wasn't. It didn't have the feeling of the Texas wrestling scene.
Oh, really?
Some of the greatest nights of my life were in Austin, going to Inspire shows, going to, it's a great time. But support indie wrestling. Now, y'all ready to get into these topics or what? What we got?
All right, let's do it.
Let's see. First off, last week we wanted you guys to choose a topic of discussion, and what we have on board. We actually have two for this show for the round number 26. The first one being, what cross promotional brand match would you guys love to see? Somebody from TNA going against somebody from WWE, AEW, WWE, GCW, Indies, go crazy with it. SP, what's your first pick?
I'm gonna have to go back to probably Attitude Era style. I'm still thinking I would love to have seen a match between Stone Cold and Bill DeMott as Hugh Morris from WCW.
That's an out of the box one. I thought you were gonna say Bill Goldberg. When you said Bill, I thought you, because
no,
they
Bill
actually
had crossed my
tried. They
mind.
tried.
Goldberg did cross my mind, but I'm thinking because Goldberg only has just a very few finite, skills in the ring.
At most, you're gonna get 5 minutes out of him. That's all you're getting. At most.
Yeah, his is just those quick bursts, and anything longer than 10 minutes, he's kind of losing steam. So my thought was Hugh Morris because of his size and his agility to be able to go. And yeah, just good old Stone Cold Steve Austin, Austin 316.
That would be a banger. Now, like, just a sidebar, Stone Cold and Bill Goldberg, if you like, he talked about it on his Broken Skull podcast. They actually did try to have a match. It was not supposed to be The Rock. It was supposed to be Stone Cold. And they actually tried to work out a match. And he said his style and everything just didn't work out with his. They couldn't really get nothing together. So he had to step out pretty much. And I'm guessing that's what it was. He was kind of limited and they needed somebody to really carry him. Not saying that Stone Cold couldn't, but maybe he didn't want to. So I don't know. Take it for what you will. Dr. Wife, what you got for us?
I'm actually looking up her name right now because she's my favorite wrestler, but it's overseas of the box.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I love that.
We call her Gorilla, but she's damn, I can't remember her name. She's actually on my keychain, but she's actually a Stardom wrestler.
Okay,
awesome.
And I'd be interested to see her go against Asuka.
That would be very excellent.
Could definitely be.
But I'm looking up her name for you to see who she is.
Because Stardom primarily runs over there in Japan, don't they?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense to Japanese style, but different promotions. Probably a little bit different work rate style.
And maybe we can see that one day.
Maybe
that sounds like a possibility.
But I remember seeing her when she was a lot smaller. She's a very stacked lady. Very talented, a monster in terms of power. But I'd love to see her go up against somebody as well established as Asuka.
Yeah.
Or well established here.
And a tough woman like Asuka too. That woman can throw a punch. I'll tell you that much. I've seen her heavy bag work. Oh my gosh. She could throw hands better than most.
Well, wasn't there a match where it was Tomohiro Ishii against Asuka in like a subway or like a bullet train or something like that over there in Japan?
I don't know if
I think I
seen
saw.
I'm trying to. If that's a thing, I'm trying to see it. That's for sure.
She's had some very hardcore matches too.
I've seen. I don't know if y'all seen the footage of Minoru Suzuki like roughing her up, like beating the crap out of her. Have you ever seen that, SP?
Yeah.
It's tough to watch, but they say she wanted it. She wanted to earn his respect, and she said they say she asked him to do that.
She didn't want him to hold back.
He is like stomping her head and everything, and I'm like, oh, ooh. Mm-hmm. But they said that's how she won her honor from him. So, but my pick, I want to see the John Cena of the East versus the John Cena. I want to see. Okay, and you know, I'm not the biggest John Cena guy, but the spectacle it would be to see Okada versus John Cena, the biggest name in Japan versus the biggest name in the United States.
That'd be something.
That would
I'd
really
watch
be
that.
something.
Yeah. I'd
Like,
watch that definitely.
because I don't know if you got like it, like Okada. What people don't seem to realize, like he was John Cena of Japan. Like that dude was the biggest name in wrestling in Japan for a very long time, and probably still is.
I'd
And-
like to see their antics now with Okada, with his, you know, his crying and then use of the word bitch or flipping people off and stuff like that, and a little bit of John Cena humor. I think that would just be entertaining in itself right there.
Yeah, I think it would be quite the spectacle for like a WrestleMania or something, like a a big attraction. Let's see who else I would like to see.
I just remembered her name. Her name is Saya.
Saya. I'll definitely have to look her up.
Mhm. Saya.
Of course you got, I would love to see maybe Kenny Omega versus Roman Reigns. You know, the two big guys from the two big companies. The Young Buck. This will be a good one. The Judgment Day, but I'm talking about the original Judgment Day, not this new crap they got going on here.
So Judgment Day, when it was Rhea, Damian, and Edge.
Yeah. Oh, not that original. I would maybe okay. So I would like to see Finn Balor, Dirty Dom, and Punishment Martinez, but Damian Priest. I would like to see them go against Brody Lee. I mean, not Brody Lee. What am I doing, man? I'm so tired right now.
Is that turkey? Is that turkey?
Yeah. I would like to see them go against Buddy Murphy. All right. Aleister Black.
Judgment Day versus House of Black.
House of Black. That's what I'm trying to see. I think that would be
a really good one.
You would need to do that.
Like a lights out match, a house rules match.
I'm talking about, well, WWE would probably want to put in there, it's Extreme Rules, but I would like to see anything goes, no holds barred, weapons allowed. Let's go all over. Maybe, hey, let's do a stadium stampede with them. You know what I'm saying? Let's go all the way. Of course, then you got, I would like to see the Young Bucks versus the New Day. I think that would be a very fun.
I'd like to see Blair Davenport go back and do it with go against Konami again. That'd be interesting.
That would be
Konami
interesting.
Also Stardom, and Blair. I think it was Blair. She used to be a Stardom as well. No, I was B. I'd just like to see Blair and Davenport go against Konami.
That would be pretty awesome. Now, let me ask you, which Stardom superstar would you like to see go against? Let's see. Who? Give me some. Rhea Ripley. How about her? Who would you like to see take on Rhea Ripley?
Ooh, yes. Bozilla.
Bozilla. Okay.
Bozilla. She's out of Marigold.
That would be awesome. All right. I need to get up on my Stardom. I need to.
Yeah, right.
I have watched Stardom before many a times, but it's been about 5 years since I've watched Stardom. I'll be honest with you. I'll look up Bozilla.
Look up Bozilla.
Let's see.
That's
Let
one
me
big
look.
old jungle.
Let me see. Let's see what we got here. That's Bozilla.
Yes.
Let's see what we got here. Bozilla. Bozilla. Okay, I gotta put wrestler. Let's see. Okay, yeah, she looks like. Oh man, that would be like a Ted. That is a woman right there, son. That is a woman.
I just looked at, so what about her going
those
against
pythons, man?
Okay, so what about Bozilla versus Raquel Rodriguez?
That would be a match right there. Oh, hey, and I don't want to call her this because I know she hates it. Dewdrop.
Yeah, don't call her
Piper Niven?
that.
I don't want to call. I just forgot her name. That's the only reason why.
Piper Niven.
Piper Nivens. There we go. I don't like. I hated that too. And he who shall not be named gave her that name.
I know,
But I couldn't think of nothing else but Piper Niven. And then but yeah, definitely
and
her and
Piper,
Piper Niven.
She was fantastic in Stardom. She was so good.
Let's see.
Maybe Bozilla versus Jordan Grace.
Oh, that is the
yes.
match. That is
Yes.
the two juggernauts. She looks like a juggernaut.
Mm,
Jordan Grace
she
is
is,
the
yeah.
juggernaut.
Yes.
That would tear. Oh man, I want to see
That
them. That
I'd rather see
lockup.
that
That
live.
that lockup. That
collar
first
elbow
lockup.
lockup.
Oh, can you
But that
imagine how
has to
epic
be
that
a
would be?
live show. That because Bozilla, oh my goodness, seeing her live and then seeing Jordan live. Oh, you can't watch that on a TV.
Oh yeah, that would one you would need to be there in person.
Mm.
Oh, I would want to see like. Oh, I would want it to be hard hitting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Test of strength, all that. Let's see. Any other examples come to mind for you guys?
Trying to think.
What about an
Okay.
Eddie Guerrero versus a Ricochet?
Eddie Guerrero versus that would be legendary, and I'm sure
Yeah.
like I bet Ricochet that would bring him to tears after, you know. That would be just a good
That'd be
heart.
good.
Oh man. I wish he was still here, man. I miss Latino Heat, bro. Just the matches we could have got out of that guy, you know, later on.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go into the past. This ain't really. Can we go into the past? Like, but
Yeah.
same promotion, but like in the. Okay. Well, look, this is how I'm going to work it out. TNA AJ Styles versus WWE Heartbreak Kid.
Ooh.
That could be interesting.
I think that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Of course, you gotta mention Sting and Undertaker. That's
I know.
the match we all wanted that we're never gonna get.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And obviously that's definitely going to be Monday Night War period.
Yeah.
Of Undertaker and Sting, not what we got at Crown Jewel between Goldberg and Undertaker.
Not the old. They couldn't carry each other. They would. It would have.
Goldberg that was Goldberg that couldn't carry. He almost.
Well, no. I'm
dropped him on
talking
his
about
head.
like. No, I'm saying like if you know the older men that they are now, they kind of need a young guy in there to kind of get them through. I mean, you know, Father Time catches up with us all. You know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, definitely, I want to see '90s Taker, '90s Sting. I know exactly what you're saying. But yeah, so I mean that Forbidden Door, they just need to kick it in, man. Already take it off the hinges. I want to see AEW going against WWE. I want to see TNA. Well, TNA kind of cracked it open halfway, you know, and it, you know, so that's good. I want to see NJPW in there. I want to see Triple up in there. I want to see. CMLL, Arena Mexico,
yes.
cross brand work deals out, man. There's no reason why we can't have these matches like once a year, you know, like for it to be like, you know,
just one
War of the Worlds once a year. Have a big old maybe 1 day night of wrestling with all the promotions coming in, everybody making money.
Like a
know?
Worlds Collide.
When Worlds Collide, all of them.
That would be a good title for it, Worlds Collide.
That actually did happen. Like, what was it in the 90s or so? I think Conan's the one who booked it when Worlds Collide.
But
it went away.
Cracked the door open on that.
Yeah, but WWE wasn't involved. I don't believe at all. But I want to see WWE, AEW, TNA, all of them. Just that would be so awesome. Just have a stadium. All the best wrestlers from all the best promotions, and I'm talking indies all over, just come together for one big ass show. I'm here for it. I wish they just
showcase in Houston.
What's that?
Texas City Showcase. I think
I have not. No, ma'am.
It's good. They actually do that. They bring different promotions from all over Texas in one show.
I would. I definitely got to make it out.
Yeah,
when are they doing that again?
Next year, I don't know if there's a date out yet, but definitely it's been announced that they're going to do 2025.
Yeah, because they just had one, a few months ago? Because, Brad, you know, over there for Baracho was saying that he had a couple guys that were representing Baracho over there.
United had a couple guys there too.
And I mean, we are getting JCW versus GCW. I mean, we're getting that at the gathering, so that's something. The indies are definitely they're definitely spearheading that, but I want to see all of it, all the big promotions and
New
all the
Texas
indies.
Pro is heading that one for
Well,
next year.
let's ask the doctor. Doctor, are you familiar with Insane Clown Posse, Juggalos, anything like that?
Yes, and my
Whoop,
husband
whoop.
talks about them a lot. Yes.
Well, definitely, we might need to see the doctor at the gathering. Work for
Hey, I'm
JCW.
here.
Hell yeah. Hey, if anybody that knows anybody in psychopathic, get the doctor to JCW. We need her over there. We need her representing
And
for the
you're-
fam.
You're also a translator too, right, Doc?
Yes, I'm also trans. I speak Spanish.
Okay, so you be like the gatherings Alex Abrahantes from
Oh, yeah.
AEW,
I
That'd
can
be pretty awesome. Hey,
Hook
right?
me up.
jack of
I'm
all
on.
trades. Jack of all
Let's do
trades. Love it.
Let's do it.
Get her book for the gathering, y'all. Get her book for the gathering.
Let's go.
Dr. Wife. Gathering
Have,
2025.
I was gonna say talk to Dimitri, to talk to Madman Pondo, to talk to Jay.
All right.
Connections. Networking.
Let's
That's
do
how you
it.
gotta
Let's
do
it. You want a Spanish announcement for anybody? I got you.
Right. I think that'd be dope. Yes, let's get a petition going to get
Let's get
it
done.
doctor to get the doc at gathering.
Hell yeah. I'm seriously gonna send out some email. I can't really do much, but we could try. We could try. All right, next
ready.
up, we got kind of some pretty stale ass news we have here. So the WWE will no longer be giving free comp seats to wrestlers' family members and friends. For now, they have to when a superstar asks WWE officials for a comp seat, all they get is a link for a pre-sale, but they
Mhm.
still have to pay full price.
Yeah.
That's pretty stale. Okay, now let me preface this by saying I could understand if you were a wrestler in the WWE and you were like, hey, all my family and friends are coming. I need 20 seats. That's a little much. But I don't see nothing wrong with going ask, hey, my mom, my dad, my brother, is there any way, I can get 3 seats comped? I think
I mean, it has.
If it's
It has to be
within
that
reason,
somebody- Yeah.
it's got to be within reason.
Yeah.
And for like an immediate family member.
I would say that, or, maybe
I
if they
mean,
would
I
put,
think it should be within reason. Period. Within reason.
yeah, I wouldn't say immediate family so
Yeah.
much. I would say,
Okay.
because friends can become family,
Right.
I would say maybe, put a limit on it. Hey, you can have 4 per
Yeah.
show. Not even per show. And it can't be the same wrestler asking every time they have a show. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could figure out a way, or at least do a discount. There's not even a
Anything.
discount. Do
Yeah.
a discount something.
Mm.
Like, I mean, that's very greedy. The WWE is making more money than ever right now with that new
Yeah, their
deal.
profit
There
margins
is insane. They're making money. They don't even have to do house shows anymore. They're making so much with the TV deals and the TV rights, the Netflix deal. It's insane. So you
Yeah.
can't give a wrestler, a couple of free tickets for their family members. I mean,
there has to be a reason to. Something must have happened that went to pass. You know what I mean?
well, I
It's
know.
possible that they could have been abusing it. But not to sound too conspiracy theorist is it's just they just want to expand their profits more, and those are seats that they're losing money out on by comping those tickets out to.
Mm.
Because shows are selling out
their-
like crazy
their
right
talent.
now.
Oh yeah.
WWE
we were at
tapings are
NXT.
selling out.
It was pretty packed.
Now, dude, there was a story that on Maven Huffman's YouTube channel that he messed up and he asked for like 10 tickets, and it was like some models that he met the night before that he was talking to and flirting around with, and he
Yeah.
promised them tickets, and they brought like all their friends, so he had to get like 12 seats, and they chewed
Good
him out
Lord.
for it.
Oh,
I mean, so I'm guessing maybe some things like that
Something
might have
like that.
happened regularly. I'm guessing could be the reason.
And this is just reporting that was coming out of Fightful Select about WWE, coming down harder on the no comp tickets and stuff like that.
And this just came out.
Within the last couple days.
But I think instead of just putting a kibosh on it, they probably should put some restrictions in order, maybe. I think that would be the best. Hey, the most you can get is 4 a couple times a year for whatever show. Like if we're in your hometown, you can get 4 tickets or something like that. I don't think they need to just end it all the way. I think that's dumb. That's very
Yeah.
greedy. But I mean, it is what it is. It's stale. I mean, it doesn't make no difference to me because I don't know any WWE wrestlers that well. So, so it makes no difference to me. So I'm gonna still pay full price anyway. So, but I can imagine that I would be pretty upset if I were a WWE superstar. All right, so moving on. All right, some other stale ass news. If it were be true, this guy just needs to go away in obscurity and he has enough money. He's old as hell. I'm talking about Vincent Kennedy McMahon starting. There's rumor right now that he's going to be launching a new entertainment company. Bro, just go sit at your house, bro. Like,
Yeah, this reporting is coming from Sports Illustrated. Was that they're getting reports or reaching out and finding out that yeah, apparently he's going to be starting a new entertainment company, not necessarily based around wrestling, but is looking at starting a brand new entertainment company. Obviously, with everything that's going on, legality wise, the future of that is obviously on hold until we get finalization or results, however you want to look at it, in regards to the multiple lawsuits he
Right.
as well as WWE are facing. So, what do you think, Doc? What do you think this entertainment field could be if he does pursue it?
That's a good question because when he was there, he dipped his toes in a lot of things. I mean, even football. So there's no telling what could come out of there, including podcasting. I mean, everybody's getting into that, and I would more than likely think he would probably dip his toe into that one a little bit more.
I would listen. I'm not gonna lie. I would want to hear what this dude has to say. I'm sorry. I would guiltfully listen. Maybe to like an episode just to hear what the hell could this dude possibly have to say.
But you would assume that would be the natural course of action.
You're right. That would be.
Yeah. And not only that, but to even speak their piece on what was going on, how it happened, how it went down, things like that.
Now, can you imagine if you would start another wrestling company, being a wrestler to get an offer for him? Like, you could either ruin your career because if somebody would accept a contract for them, it would not look good on that wrestler.
That's why I was kind of being careful with the wrestling aspect of it. Like,
yeah. Like, what wrestler? Like, okay, maybe he could throw a bag at me, but after he releases me or whatever, would anybody want to work with me after I work with him, chose to work with him? Like, there would be so much risk.
How would the wrestler deal with that perception from other companies, especially WWE, when they want to go?
There would be some. There are some wrestlers that are loyalists to Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
And he'd have to come off some hard dough, but I don't know. It would be a bad look for any wrestler to be like, yeah, I signed a contract with McMahon Wrestling Federation or whatever. Yeah. But the dude is like, what, 90? 80 something? Like, what do you even, bro? You have enough money. Why are you even trying to start a new business? You're like at the tail end of your life. You just need to you got all this stuff going on with all this stuff. You're probably going to get found guilty. I don't know. That's just speculation.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for.
Well, and also don't forget, unfortunately, some of these are federal, and with his buddy going into the place there in DC, could that, I guess, potentially halt or even kill said investigations?
That remains to be seen. I doubt it. Maybe. I don't know. But at the end of the day, the dude's like 90. He don't need to be starting up a new business. He needs to be just go sit at your big mansion with all your money.
But he's been in it forever. I mean, this is something that they've been thinking about all their lives. The whole time.
And I guess I can understand that. Like, because my grandfather worked until he was 85. And the only reason why he quit working because he broke his leg.
Yeah.
And, I get, and I have seen to where like a lot of like older people, once they stop working and they go into retirement, they start to decline.
Yeah.
Because they're not busy, they're not occupied, they're not keeping themselves up. So
right.
I don't know, but just go off in obscurity, McMahon. Go play golf. Go learn to shoot.
Oh, he's hating.
Go do some, like, I don't know, like
Archery?
archery or something. Get a hobby,
Archery.
bro. Archery. Go learn to basket weave or something.
So,
Basket weave with aggression.
Yeah.
you know that have either of you seen that movie The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so
I
you
love
know
that movie.
how he's
I know, I
being
do too.
told to retire and just get out of it, and he does. He goes, works his mundane job at the grocery store, and finally he's just had enough, and he essentially dies doing what he loves. Like,
He just couldn't handle
So-
being a normal person, pretty much.
he
And,
That
needed-
might be the
he
case
needed-
here, thow.
and that could be it. Like, he has to have something to challenge him. That's why I say go
But
find a
not only
hobby.
challenge him, but it has to be in what he loved. I mean, whether
Yeah.
he loves it or not remains to be
Oh,
seen.
yeah.
But this is what he wants to do. This is what he's been doing all his life, and
Mhm.
this is what he wants to end his life doing. That might
Right.
be the same case.
Yeah, maybe so. But we'll just have to see how it all plays out. You know, it's in
Yeah.
the courts.
I mean,
we'll see.
you know, I don't know. Have you heard the old adage? You never work a day in your life if you do something
Right.
that you love.
Right.
True that.
So,
But enough about him. Let's get on to our second topic of the day. The Hardcore Championship. And if the Hardcore Championship would come back today, we asked you guys, which wrestlers do you think would be cool holding that belt on their shoulder? SP, you had a great pick, man, that I was so jealous of that I don't know why I did not think of that wrestler, Joe Gacy.
yes,
That
Joe
would be-
Gacy,
Oh, man. That's too
current Joe
perfect.
Gacy of Wyatt Six fame. Yes, being a perfect candidate for the hardcore title. Now, Doc, have you seen the footage of Triple H showing up at a Travis Scott concert and handing him an updated version of the hardcore title?
No, but I'm going to look that up.
Yeah, he showed up at a Travis Scott concert with. So it looked like they took the current Universal Heavyweight Championship belt, broke it up, and then just strapped a newer version of duct tape across it and wrote Hardcore Champion on it, and he presented it and even put it around Travis Scott's waist at his concert. So
Wow.
that led to a big speculation, especially, you know, since Monday Night Raw and future WWE programming will be debuting on Netflix at the beginning of the year. Will this be bringing back the more adult Attitude Era version of WWE? And if they do bring back this Hardcore Championship, who would be the perfect talent to be the inaugural renew Hardcore Champion? And I chose Joe Gacy.
I don't even remember who I picked because I just remember who you picked because that's who I really, really wish I could have picked.
Wow. Yeah.
So who would you think would be a good person to hold this belt, Doctor?
So does it have to be someone who is in WWE, TNA, or anywhere else?
No.
No,
Okay.
no, we never really
We like to go broad.
specificity on it. Had to be current talent in WWE. It could
If they have
be-
to hire somebody to hold that belt, we're down for it.
yeah, whether it be an indie, different, just a local indie or a major indie, who do you feel would be a good candidate to hold it?
Well, it would be a split for me because I've seen both these guys take so much damage. I mean, crazy amounts of damage in deathmatch. Dimitri, Stud Stash.
Those would be two really good ones.
Yeah.
I would like to see Joey Janela get picked up and hold that title.
Oh,
I think
Joey's
that'd
a
be
good
cool.
pick as well.
there's another one though. He's from Australia. And he went up against Dimitri. What's his name? And it's gonna kill me till I figure it out. But that's another one.
But I would
Really
love
work
for
for it.
them just to bring that title back. Like, that was my favorite title. Like if I could ever own a title, it would be the Hardcore. I just love the duct tape and everything, and it's just the
So
coolest belt
appropriate.
to me. It's the coolest belt. I wish they would bring it back.
Very appropriate, yeah.
I would like to see Mick Foley manage the new hardcore champion.
That'd
I
be
think that would be
insane.
dope.
Yeah.
Or Crash Holly if he was still around.
Yeah, yeah. Rest in peace, brother. But yeah, I wish they'd bring it back. That would be a great way to bring that mature aspect back when they go to Netflix without maybe screw the 24/7. Let that. I want the hardcore. I guess that the 24/7 title was kind of like their answer, I guess, in a zany PG era way to the hardcore title.
It was hardcore light.
Light, but I want to see them. I want to see it being defended at Chuck E. Cheese, them slamming each other into the slide. I want to see them out in the park. I want to see somebody get thrown in the river safely, but thrown in the river. I want to see them fighting
at a used car dealership.
Yes, a used car dealership going through windshields. I want to say at the 7-Eleven, like when old Stone Cold caught Booker T at the 7. I want to see that going on.
That was a grocery store where I used to live there.
Oh, really? I thought it was a 7-Eleven.
It was
Waffle House.
Wait,
Waffle House would be hilarious.
No, the 7-Eleven is when he had that interaction with Goldust, and Goldust had a hot dog and a Slurpee. That's what that was.
Yeah,
okay.
no, I wish I could remember what the name of the store was there, because it was in Bakersfield, California. I wish I could remember what the name of the grocery store was, but I can't. But yeah, it was there, not a 7-Eleven. So
they did have something go down in a 7-Eleven. I remember because it was part of their. I can't remember. I know Goldust was in it. Booker T was in it. It was when they had the WWE limited edition Slurpee cups out. And it was like a partnership, so they did do something. I can't remember exactly what it was. But I want to see just pandemonium, bro. I miss that. The back locker room fights, you know what I'm saying? Throwing each other off of the freaking the trucks and the 18-wheeler trailers. Like, but done in a safe manner. It can be done. Safe. It can be done safely.
Safety first.
It can be done. I don't want to see nobody get hurt. I want to see people
the normal hurt.
Yeah,
just regular
work hurt,
wear and tear.
Yeah, work hurt.
But yeah, let us know. Sound off in the comments, y'all. Do y'all want to see the hardcore belt back? And if so, who should be holding that belt?
Who would you like to see holding the belt?
And then our last topic of the evening, we got some drama going on between AEW and GCW. What can you tell us about this, SP?
Yeah, so this is something reported on by Fightful Select. Apparently, Effie had made a disparaging remark in regards to Tony Khan's father, Shad Khan, after AEW had booked 3 nights at Hammerstein Ballroom right after GCW's event there. And I actually watched the video on this because I wanted to get the full quote of what Effie had said. And pretty much what Effie had said was, AEW has no buzz, no draw. GCW can't run in a $40 million deficit and continue to run shows. But some of us have the privilege to run at a $40 million deficit, and Brett, talking about Brett Lauderdale, doesn't have a dad who pays him to stay away. So,
ooh, that last part was the venom, bro.
Yeah, so after Tony was made aware of that comment from Effie, he decided to go ahead and pull Ricky Starks from the GCW show coming up sometime in the month of December. And I get it, but at the same time, you're punishing a company for what one wrestler said.
That's FA, right? That's the
Effie, yeah, big gay Effie's brunch.
Yeah,
or Effie's big gay brunch.
Yeah,
used to team with Alley Cat / Alley Catch.
I mean, Brett Lauderdale, he can't control what everybody that works for him says. You know what I'm saying? He can't police what they say. So I think that's kind of messed up. And I mean, what is like Tony Khan even like? Let Ricky Starks wrestle, bro. What is he doing in AEW? Let the guy, go somewhere and do some other stuff.
So it is made aware that yes, Tony did give Ricky the ability to work other indie shows, but just pulled him from GCW, which sucks on GCW's part because they had already brought him in. He cut a promo in the middle of the ring. I guess they had shot some backstage vignettes and stuff like that, and now all that footage and so all that money and time, manpower is just wasted for nothing and doing that. So,
It's a sucky
what do you
situation.
think? Yeah, what do you think, Doc? Do you think Tony Khan was right in pulling Ricky, being an actual boss, or what people say he needs to start doing, or was Tony a little out of line for doing so and just kind of being a little immature, petty?
I'm going to be a little more careful with this one because there's no really because there's possibilities that I might run into them because we have
Yeah, we get where you're
Yeah,
coming
no.
from.
yeah,
No, we
no.
get-
and I know folks who know them well, so I'm not gonna
We
give too
got
much
you.
of my opinion,
Yeah,
but
no.
it
Say
is a
whatever you
hard
feel comfortable saying.
because
Yeah.
it is a hard situation all around. So was it the right thing to do? I'm gonna leave it at
I guess
they
that
have
all
to-
depends on who you ask.
Yeah,
Mm.
it does. It depends on the perception. It depends on who you ask. Yeah, but I'm gonna be very careful on this one because I do run into them sometimes.
Well, I'll
Yeah,
talk.
No. Yeah.
I'll talk. And okay. Tony Khan does have a little bit of history being a little sensitive when it comes to his product. Or when anybody critiquing him or saying anything bad. We've seen it with the Conan situation. Conan just kind of said a few little, not discouraging things, just reviewing the product and saying what worked and didn't work. Tony Khan took that personally, never booked him again. We've seen it a few times when I forgot somebody was talking on stage and Tony Khan was in present and he called Tony Khan a money mark. Tony Khan jumped
MJF?
up. No, it was not. I think it was Eric Bischoff. No, it wasn't even Eric Bischoff. I'm not sure, but it was
I
at
wouldn't
a
be surprised
conference.
if it was Eric. I mean, we all know Eric loves controversy. I mean,
He called him
controversy
a
creates
money
cash.
mark. This is before all the stuff between them started. He just was jokingly said, "We can't all be a money mark like old Mr. Khan there." And Khan jumped up and was like, "Ugh," and just walked out. So I'm not saying that he's wrong because also people are saying that, hey, you need to get tougher on your, on your employees, on your, your wrestlers. So that could be it. But where the part that I think if Brett would have said it, I would be more understanding than just some guy that works for Brett. That's not even really working for Brett. He's a third party contractor in most cases. Yeah. So I think that's a little tough. And the person that this really affects is Mr. Ricky Starks, and that's who it really sucks for, in my opinion.
Well said, though. Yeah.
But I'm not saying nothing against. From all of what I hear, Tony Khan's a great guy. But he just, from what I hear, he kind of takes things to heart, which you need people like that,
I mean, you got to think about the fact that for anybody,
and he's working hard.
Promotion, you run a promotion, you own a promotion. That's your baby. That's what
you're working
really
hard.
Take care of. Yeah, you're working hard, and you want everybody else to take care of it too, especially if you're hiring them. So
I couldn't imagine because I'm not in that shoes and how much it would probably hurt to see somebody bad mouthing or saying something like what Efe said. That was not cool, in my opinion, especially that ending part. Maybe, that ending part is something that he should have definitely left out if he was going to say anything at all. But all he did was book some shows at the Hammerstein Ballroom. There's so much. Basically, Fa shouldn't have said nothing. You know what I'm saying? Effie, he should, in my opinion, that maybe leave the last part out. So what if they book some shows at the Hammerstein Ballroom? It's open to anybody that wants to book there.
Right. Effie is always going to be Effie.
I can understand that. He speaks his mind. You need people like that too. So, but you need to sometimes take a little off the top. Maybe not leave that. My dad, your dad. Does he really know that his dad pays him to stay away? Does he really know that? I mean, who knows?
Who knows?
But that's just my opinion on it. So that's all I got. SP, take it over.
Yeah, I mean, people are gonna have difference of opinions on the whole situation. Take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
I get, Tony is a boss, but he also wants to be everybody's friend, someone that you could rely on. And I have had heard, that yeah, AEW is a great place to work at or wrestle for because Tony is such a good, caring guy, and he makes sure you're well taken care of. And then also at the same time, it's you got to know how to walk that fine line between boss and friend, and one slip up on each side, you're looked at as a monster pretty much, or someone who's inconsiderate, or
Yeah, you gotta nothing worse than when I've been there before, as a boss, you gotta make a tough call,
Right.
then your employee that became close to you, your friend, bro, I thought we were homies. I thought we were best pals. And now that's gonna affect your friendship, but it's just business and you had to make that
And that's
decision.
on a lot of levels. You don't have to just be the boss of that
Yeah.
company. It could
Mhm.
be you're the director of something. You're running
Speaking more of
anything.
that,
And
I'm a director, manager.
but yeah, still, I mean, even at that level,
Yeah.
as a manager, and you get too close to,
Mhm.
or that line is blurred by you and whoever is working for you, and all of a sudden that friendship dies because that person couldn't see the difference between work and outside of work.
Right. That's why I think it's good to establish that boundary of
The
like,
boundary,
look,
yep.
when we're at work,
This is the
this is what's going
situation.
on.
Right.
When we're outside of work, if we're hanging out, friends, whatever, that's different. Like you
Yeah.
can't and again, it's another fine line that you got to try to balance on.
Quick
Right.
shout out to Johnny, old Johnny, our boy, Cervantes.
Cervantes.
Yeah, we had that situation. He always stayed my boy, and
Oh, he did.
I could be hard on him at work sometimes when he worked for me, but he stayed my boy. He stayed in there.
That's
That's one
good.
guy that's the
Yeah.
exception.
Yeah, that's really good.
But that's besides the point. So, all right, y'all about ready to wrap this up?
Yeah.
Doc, what you got?
Yeah, I
Well,
know. Go ahead,
oh,
Doc. Sorry, didn't mean
oh,
to
you
cut
said
you off.
me. No, you don't have to cut me. You don't worry to cut me
Where
off.
can
This
people
is
find you? What you got coming up? What's your
well,
projects
you
you
can
got
find
coming
me
up?
on Instagram. I'm on Dr. The Wife. I'm probably the only Dr. The Wife on Instagram, so easy to find. I'm on X. I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube's as well. I'm also with Face for Wrestling. I'm not sure if the logo's back there. You can see it there. Face for Wrestling.
Hang on.
Uh,
Let
and
me
we do.
put you full screen real quick.
Expand her
There we
can.
go.
There you go.
There we
Oh,
go.
there it
Go
is.
ahead, show
I'm
it.
moving ahead. There it is. Face for Wrestling. But we do a lot of interviews and reviews for Japanese wrestling, as well as what we see out here in Texas. And I am at United 210, which right now is on a break because we come back for the next season in March with Hybrid as well. We have a show in December coming up. Let's check out Hybrid socials for that information as it is getting posted. Death in the Family will most likely come back soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Baracho Pro, New Texas Pro, Inspires show is coming up. Funeral for a Friend. I'm also with Soar Championship Wrestling up in Dallas, and just I'm here. Oh, Uncanny's coming up with their next show on December 7th as well. So check them out in Austin, Texas, and that's always a good time. I still can't get over the fact that they did a D&D match. Like that's still burned in my memory. I was
Wait, what? An actual D&D match, like
yes,
Dungeons and Dragons match?
yeah,
Carlos,
it was.
that Dropkick. That's right
That's
up
right
your.
up my alley.
You love
Oh
That's
D&D.
man,
that is
they
right up my ass. I mean my alley. Sorry, sorry.
well, they
Did I
did a
say out
great
loud?
job with this. No, you said the quiet part out loud. But but yeah, it was fantastic the way they put that together. It came complete with a dungeon master, which was Sky de Lacrimosa and a 20 die.
That's I gotta. Oh man, where's the video of that? I gotta.
It's on
I've never.
IWTV.
Whoever thought of that is a brilliant mind.
It
I
was
just-
so good. It was so great. Oh my goodness. I actually ring announced for that one and I loved it. It was everybody loved it.
That had to be epic.
It
Um,
was. It was.
So, have you heard of Slam Portal Wrestling
Yes.
here in Austin?
Yes.
One of their last shows that they had out by the airport, they had a wrestler named Tiger Pants tag
I
teaming
know
with.
Tiger Pants.
They had him tag teaming with. I wish I could remember his name, but it's essentially it's a dude with a puppet, and the puppet is wrestling, but
Nice.
it's hilarious though, and it's
Love it.
awesome at the same time. If I could find the footage, I'll send it to you. But do you ever do any AAPW shows as well?
I've been to APW shows.
Okay,
I actually enjoyed them. I think one of the ones I went to was a Heatwave show.
okay.
Mhm.
And then have you been keeping up with Dustin Rhodes and his Rhodes Wrestling Academy?
Yes. I didn't get to watch their first show, but yes, we
Okay.
actually Hit is from there. Comes up to San Antonio as well. Or comes down to San Antonio to
Okay.
wrestle. Mm-hmm.
And what is it? Yeah, they've got their December show coming up. December 19th, I believe, is when Rhodes Wrestling is doing their Winter Warfare show, I believe is what the name of the event's called.
I think so. I think that's one. Yeah. I'd have to look. But yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been keeping up with that too.
A lot of great
but yeah.
wrestling going on in
There's
Texas.
a lot of great,
man.
a lot of great wrestling going on in December. More coming up in January as well. 2025 is going to be a whole lot of fun, for sure.
Are you making the venture out to Arlington for AEW All In?
I don't know yet. We're working on that. So more to come. We'll see.
Same here. But I want to thank you so much for joining us. It means a lot to us when we have anybody
Yes,
on our
thank
show.
you so much, Doc.
Thank you very much.
Oh, had a good time. Hopefully we can do this again.
Oh, we would love to. It was awesome.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you guys. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Once again, thank you to Dr. Wife. Y'all go check her out on her socials.
And come to an indie show.
Yes,
Support local
indie
support
shows,
indie wrestling. Support indie
Support
wrestling.
indie wrestling.
All day, every day, baby. But for SP and Dr. Wife, I am Dropkick Zombie. Good night, everybody.
We two loony guys catching eyes with our hype, talking pro wrestling, making all the fans unite. In the ring we swing like a rhyme-making machine with moves so mean, leaving opponents in a dream. You're rocking the mic, flowing tight like a rat.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Oh,
thank
thank
you.
you. That was fun.